Hi, boys and girls. Today is our day where we are reading Chicken Sunday, and we are really focusing on retell, and we're focusing on our vocabulary. So we're learning the meanings of new words. These are really important to help us grow as first graders. So in my rotten redheaded older brother, we learned some words like ordinary, to normal, usual, record, the best performance, challenge, to be tested or be a part of a contest, incredible, hard to believe, amazing, equal, to be the same, and announced, to tell something aloud or to let everyone know. And we know that she uses the word announced in this book as well. So be listening for that. The new words that we're learning about in Chicken Sunday are decent. She says decent folk, which means good people. And then thoughtfully means to do something with a lot of thought and care. And at one moment in the story, she's thinking about the hat and she's doing it thoughtfully. So she's in deep thought or full of thought. And then fearfully is to do something with a lot of fear or to be anxious, to feel nervous. So fearful means to be full of fear. And then exchanged is to give and receive or get something. So they give, so the kids give a look and they also get a look back. So they're kind of making faces back at each other, which you probably do if you have siblings. Sometimes you might do that with your siblings. So they're exchanging looks with each other, giving and receiving looks. And then another word I want to talk to you about is performed. And a synonym for performed is did. They did something. Perform means to carry out a task. So in the story, it talks about them performing a ceremony, which just means they did a ceremony. Okay, so performed is just a fancy word for did. You can use it in your writing if you ever use the word, instead of saying did, you could say performed. So as you listen to the story today and you hear these words, decent, thoughtfully, fearfully, exchanged, and performed, those are our firecracker words. So you're going to clap and do your firecracker sparks. And then I also want you tracking the characters. So last time we talked about the characters in the setting. And the characters really are all these main ones right here that are on the cover. So Eula May, and then the three kiddos, Stuart, Winston, and I don't think it says the little girl's name, did it? Trisha, I'm assuming, but I don't think it said her name. So the three kids were main characters, and she was a main character. We also had Mr. Kodinsky, who was also a main character because he comes into the story. He plays a pretty important role. So in the beginning of the story, you're really going to want to track Eula and the kids because Mr. Kodinsky comes in more in the middle of the story and the end of the story. So in the beginning of the story, we're focusing on Eula May and the kids and what they're doing. Beginning of the story, a lot of the time, gives us a lot of background information. It introduces the characters and tells us about them. So you'll notice that it's telling us about the characters, but it's not telling us what they're doing. So that's good information, but I want you thinking about what are the characters doing right now? So not what do they usually do every Sunday and all that stuff, but what are they doing in the story right now? What's happening? So listen closely as we read just the beginning of the story.
Chicken Sunday. Chicken Sunday by Patricia Polacco. To Stuart Grinnell Washington with love. Stuart and Winston were my neighbors. They were my brothers by a solemn ceremony we had performed in their backyard one summer. They weren't the same religion as I was. They were Baptists. Their grandma, Eula May Walker, was my grandma now. My babushka had died 2 summers before. Sometimes my mother let me go to church on Sunday with them. How we loved to hear Miss Eula sing. She had a voice like slow thunder and sweet rain. We'd walk to church and back. She'd take my hand as we crossed College Avenue. "Even though we've been churchin' up like decent folks ought to," she'd say, "I don't want you to step in front of one of those too fast cars. You'll be as flat as a hen's tongue." She squeezed my hand. When we passed Mr. Kodinsky's hat shop, Miss Eula would always stop and look in the window at the wonderful hats. Then she'd sigh, and we'd walk on. We called those Sundays Chicken Sundays because Miss Eula almost always fried chicken for dinner. There'd be collard greens with bacon, a big pot of Hoppin' John, corn on the cob, and fried spoon bread. One Sunday at the table we watched her paper fan flutter back and forth, pulling moist chicken-fried air along with it. She took a deep breath. Her skin glowed as she smiled. Then she told us something we already knew. "That Easter bonnet in Mr. Kodinsky's window is the most beautiful I ever did see," she said thoughtfully. The three of us exchanged looks. We wanted to get her that hat more than anything in the world. Stuart reached into the hole in the trunk of our wish tree in the backyard. He pulled out a rusty Band-Aid tin. The three of us held our breath as we counted the money inside that we had been saving for weeks. "If we're going to get that hat for Miss Eula in time for Easter, we're going to need a lot more than this," I announced. "Maybe we should ask Mr. Kodinsky if we could sweep up his shop or something to earn the rest of the money," Stuart said. "I don't know," Winnie said fearfully. "He's such a strange old man. He never smiles at anyone. He always looks so mean." We all agreed that it was worth a try anyway. The next day we took a shortcut down the alley in back.
Okay. So we are going to stop there. Did you hear decent and thoughtfully and fearfully and exchanged and performed? I heard all of those in the beginning of the story. So I want you to get out a piece of paper and a pencil because we're going to keep track of what did the characters do in the beginning of the story. So I did a line across the top. I didn't do it right in the middle because I need more space down below than I do up top. So go ahead and get that paper. Press pause now if you haven't yet. Did a line across the top. I'm going to split the top because on this side I want to put in the main characters. And on this side I want to put in the setting. And down here I'm going to have the beginning, the middle, and the end. And the beginning is probably the shortest part. So I'm going to maybe make a smaller section for that, a big section for the middle, and then I have the end also. Beginning, middle, end. I just did those letters, the beginning letters. So I know so far Eula May, I think it was Eula May Walker, is one of the main characters. And then the three kids. And the three kids are kind of all together, so I might group them together as characters. So three kids. And I might list their names because it's important to try to remember the names if you can. Winston, he's also called Winnie. And then the girl. And they don't give us her name, so I'm just going to write the girl. Okay, so there's Eula May, there's the three kids, and we know that Mr. Kodinsky will come into the picture as well. Kodinsky. All right, so I have my main characters here. Before I go on to the middle of or to the beginning of the story, let's talk about Eula May. What do we know about Eula May? So we know that she really likes bonnets, which are hats. So we could say likes, and you don't have to write this part. And I might just say hats. Likes hats. What else do we know about her? She loves those chicken Sundays, right? That's where she cooks all those good foods, collard greens and fried chicken. So I might just put loves chicken Sundays. And then I might also add she loves those grandkids, right? She takes good care of them. She hangs out with them. She makes sure that they're careful when they're crossing the street because she doesn't want them to get hit by a car. So she does. So that's her taking care of them. So I could also say she loves the kids or she takes care of the kids. So I'm just going to write loves the kids. So now I'm really building my understanding of Eula May. Now, in the beginning of the story, remember I did say it gives us a lot of, and they're at Eula May's house, right? So we could say Eula May's house is where most of the story takes place. But there's some other settings in there too. Then in the beginning, if you need to press pause now to write this stuff down, you can. In the beginning of the story, it gives us a lot of background about what their traditions are, how they know each other, how the little girl's grandma had passed away, her babushka, and just all that background information. My question for you is what actually did they do in the beginning of the story? So we know that they went to church because they were crossing the street. So how to draw that? I might just draw a building and a street because they crossed the street, and I might just label it church. They went to church. And even though they do have different religions, which is completely okay, a lot of people have different religions. But even though they did, the little girl's mom would still let her go to church with them, even though they had different beliefs. That's kind of interesting. So they went to church. Eula May, so thinking about her, she saw a bonnet in the window, a special hat. So I might draw a bonnet because this was a big part of the beginning of the story, right? She saw it in the window and sighed because she wanted it. But she also, as they were eating, she was also thinking thoughtfully about that bonnet. So this was important that Eula May saw this bonnet. So I just drew a little hat and labeled it bonnet. And then the very last thing that happened in the beginning is the kids decided to buy it for her. They want to earn it somehow for her. So they were digging in their pockets trying to find change. So I might draw a hand. And then some change in the hand. I'm going to label it money. So this is so they start by going to church, and then when they're having their chicken Sunday, they, on the way to church, and when they're having chicken Sunday, she's thinking about that bonnet. Eula May is using character names, that's important. And then the kids decide to buy it for her. So they're trying to figure out how to do that. They're planning. So I might also add the word planning because they haven't bought it yet. So they're trying to figure out how to buy it. Okay. So next week, we are going to reread the middle of the story and retell what happened in the middle. Remember, how we do this is we think about the characters and track them. What are the main characters doing in the story? So we'll read more about what are the main characters, especially those three kiddos, up to in the beginning of the story. Make sure you're doing this in your own reading as well.